My name is Earl, and I'm from Orange, Virginia. When I realized I was gay, it actually changed my entire personality. Because when I was younger, I was really outgoing, but when I turned, it was like I was 13. Like I said, it totally changed my personality. I became introverted, and painfully shy, and I look back on my school pictures, and like from 13 back, I'm this really happy kid that's smiling with a grin on his face. And from that point on, all the way through high school, every picture that I've got, I'm never smiling in it. And so I think that tells the story probably better than words. You're so ingrained with your religious upbringing, it's almost like you're brainwashed. It's not that easy to get over it or to get past. But you just have to take your own path and think for yourself, and um, not just rely on what you've been taught. I read this book. Well, the book itself wasn't that good, but it mentioned a story from the Bible about Jonathan and David. And I just couldn't believe that this story was actually in the Bible. So I started reading this chapter of Samuel's, which was referenced in the book. And there's this beautiful love story in the Bible between Jonathan and David. And it really pissed me off because, I had been to church my whole life, several times a week, every week, vacation Bible school, all these things. And I had never heard that story. David, who is the ancestor of Jesus Christ himself, who is the king of Israel, visits King Saul, who is the father of Jonathan. And the Bible says when they saw each other, their souls were instantly knit. And, you have these people who claim to know more about the Bible than anybody else, the religious leaders. And they say this is a story of friendship. And, if you read that with an open mind, you don't say two friends, they instantly see each other and their souls are knit. And, it goes on to say that Saul, who is Jonathan's father, wants to kill David because he realizes that they're in love with each other. And Jonathan goes to warn David. And several times that happens. And he puts his own life on the line to protect David. Well, eventually Jonathan gets killed in battle. And that's where we have that famous saying, David says, your love to me is greater than that of a woman. And that's where that comes from. It's a beautiful story. I think I felt betrayed because I had never been exposed to that. And so that's when I began to question my religious beliefs and my whole belief system. I reconcile being gay and being Christian as not being mutually exclusive, So I think for me, just accepting that God made me as I am and that he's happy with who I am and that I'm a good person and I don't need to live up to anybody else's moral standards, whatever they are.